civils doivent être protégés.
The civilian population has to be protected. It is absolutely essential. And this is non-negotiable. This is an immediate need in the longer term, and it will be a condition, a prerequisite to ensure that against the fight, for the fight against terrorism. Today the situation is extremely serious and is getting worse every day. In the immediate future we have to work on civilian protection. For that we need a very quick humanitarian pause or break, and we have to work towards a ceasefire.
I was one of the first leaders to call the Prime Minister and President of Israel after the terrorist attack, the 7th of October. We clearly condemned this terrorist attack and this terrorist group and recognized the right of Israel to protect itself and react. But day one, we say that this reaction and the fight against terrorism, because it is led by a democracy, should be compliant with international rules, rule of war, and humanitarian international law. And day after day, what we saw is a permanent bombing of civilians in Gaza. I think this is the only solution we have, this ceasefire, because it's impossible to explain we want to fight against terrorism by killing innocent people. De facto, today, civilians are bombed. De facto. These babies, these ladies, these old people are bombed and killed. There is no reason for that and no legitimacy.
Were you surprised by the comments of President Macron? Were you surprised by his comments? Do you intend to speak with him? Thank you. And now, regarding the President of France, Macron, I think that he did some very good things. He came here and he also sent a ship, a hospital ship, and these are good things he did. On this matter, if you're asking me, I think he made a grave mistake, both a factual and a moral mistake. Those who are preventing the civilians to move from Gaza to the south of the Strip is Hamas, not Israel. Israel is asking them to leave. Those who fired at the safe corridor, it wasn't Israel that opened fire on these civilians, it was Hamas. And those who are using Gazan civilians as human shield, it's not Israel, it's Hamas. Those who are focusing on hospitals, schools, UNRWA sites and facilities, the UN sites, it's not Israel, it's Hamas. So the responsibility for any harm caused to civilians, the Hamas should be accused for that, not Israel.
I would say I really applaud Israel for doing one thing that no military force in the world does. Because I heard Ben Shapiro and I heard Ron DeSantis, and they said Israel is the only military force in the world that warns civilians before bombing them. I mean, how cute. That is so nice of them. Because with this logic, if Russian troops started warning Ukrainians before bombing their houses, we're cool with Putin, right? I mean, okay, Habibi, you have warned them, go invade, it's fine, you have done your job. The thing is, this is the problem. Israel always victimizes itself, and I have never seen a victim putting their oppressor under siege and bombing them 24/7. Israel wants you to believe that they are the victim. Dealing with Israel is so difficult. It's like being in a relationship with a narcissistic psychopath. And then he makes you think it's your fault.